even though the standby force of ECOWAS had long been activated. So we want to see how that will pan out ultimately, because as it's already understood, any form of outbreak of conflict in Niger Republic will one way or another, directly or indirectly, rub off on Nigeria being an immediate neighbor. And then there is also the feeling that this is, so to speak, a war between Niger Republic and Nigeria. Instead, we should understand that it is, if you like, an issue between ECOWAS and the junta in Niger Republic. But peace has been said to be the best way to go to resolve these, to be able to mitigate, or if you like, forestall any form of outbreak of crime, and then the destabilization or further destabilization of democracy in not just Nigeria Republic, but across the entire sub-region of Africa. We understand that the dam in Cameroon will be open again. That's the Lado Dam will be open again in a matter of days, and NEMA, the emergency agency in Nigeria, has been asking the federal government and states as well to put protective measures in place as quickly as possible. We understand that no less than a dozen states will be affected, all the way from the upper north of the country to the south, including Edo and Delta, will also have their share of this flood. Of course, it's not new, whether it's the pain that comes with it, the heavy flooding that washes away houses, farm produce, cattle, and in most cases, humans. All right, it's something that has happened again and again. Is there a one-off solution to this challenge? What better ways, what better methods can be employed to better manage this situation? We wait to hear from experts and regulators, and of course, as always, government itself. We will take a quick break at this point. When we return, I'll be taking a look at some big headlines for you from across our national dailies. Let's begin with the Vanguard newspaper. This morning, everyone, we have three big headlines just above the Vanguard newspaper. Maybe the fourth one, but let's start with the first. It says, NBS unemployment reports are fraud. Labor employers feel. That story is on page 6, page 8, I should say, of today's Vanguard newspaper. All right. Supreme Court confirms PSC as body responsible for police recruitment. There had been a sort of tug of war between the police authorities and the Police Service Commission, that is PSC, over some years, including will argue that the reason the former president could not intervene at the time was on the basis of the fact that he realized the case had already been taken to court. So he wanted the law to take its course. And now it has, very definitively, because we understand that the Supreme Court has now confirmed the Police Service Commission, that is the PSC, as body responsible for police recruitment. So we would like to believe that going forward, there shouldn't be any misgiving or misconception about with the responsibility of recruiting for the Nigeria police. Instead, our issue what track record we should be looking at for reverse ban on Vanguard, Galaxy TV, 23 others from Aso Rock, or all right. It will appear every other week now. Serap is in the news. This time, they are asking the president, Bola Tinubu, to reverse ban on Vanguard, Galaxy TV, and 23 others from Aso Rock. That story has details on page 10 of today's Vanguard newspaper. At NBA Confab, let's move Nigeria forward. Partner for nation building, Tinubu Elumelu. All right, oil theft, FG Lords Tantita for pipeline protection, palliatives. FG must encourage positive criticisms, Edo government. Then the big one here, star story, if you would like to call it that, anxiety in flood-prone state as Cameroon opens Lago Dam. Several riders accompanying that headline. Say they are taking steps to avert disaster. We are well prepared, Lasema. Benue government directs residents to vacate floodplains, evacuate blocked drainages. We won't hesitate to set up IDP camps. Delta government, Bielsa asks FG to come to state's rescue. Cameroon asks NEMA to take precautionary measures. We've alerted governors it's left for them to take action. That's NEMA. They're saying, look, we've done our parts. The ball is now in the courts of state governors. Okay, but another big story here. Government's efforts failing as food imports rise 122%. Deficit hits 4.9 trillion naira. Okay, Ajagba wins WBC silver heavyweight belt. That's a sports story on page 29 of Vanguard newspaper. 32nd anniversary, Edo Delta Bielsa Oshun Abia counts blessing, set future targets. Stories on pages 11, 12, 13, and 25. Okay, let's turn it now over to Daily Trust newspaper. When you look at the Daily Trust newspaper there, just right beneath the nameplates says NISCA can unveil code of conduct for clerics, say Nigeria not battleground. Oil thefts, militants, pirates flee as airstrikes hit camps. No more debt servicing with scarce revenue. That's the president speaking now. The yesterday. Massive flood looms in states as Cameroon plans to open dam. Adamawa, Taraba, Kogi, Benue, Nasarawa, Plateau, others at risk. Water volume higher than last year's. Minister NEMA tells residents to relocate. We understand that state governors have been duly notified as well to take precautionary measures. And